How to overcome the fear of failure. What if I told you your team's breakthrough idea, the one that could change everything, is hidden underneath the fear of failure? And what if, as a leader, your job isn't to remove that fear, but help them walk through it anyway? I once had a wild idea that I could actually sing. You know, just a little bit of Adele, maybe a touch of Ed Sheeran. So at a department dinner that I was organizing, things were a bit mellow. It was the start of the dinner, and because I was the organizer, I was expected to keep the crowd excited and start the team singing. So I took the mic, I got on stage, the spotlight was on me. I was basically crowing my songs, and people didn't really know the songs that I love. So the young people started to turn and look at each other. Even the ladies whispered, "Public humiliation." That night, I discovered two things. Fear of failure is real. So is the fear of feedback. But here's the thing, I survived. It was a great night at the end of the day. Let me give you an example of what fear looks like at work. You've got a big project, high stakes, tight timeline. You sense the team is pulling back, avoiding responsibility, playing it safe. What's going on? It's not laziness, it's not incompetence, it is fear. Fear of messing up, fear of being blamed, fear of failing in front of others. As a leader, you feel stuck because you don't have all the answers either. Here is what leaders need to know. You don't need all the answers. One of the most powerful things that you can tell your team member, I don't know the full solution either, but I believe that we can find it together. That one line does three things. It removes the shame of not knowing. It opens the door for contribution, and it creates the psychological safety. Instead of answering a detailed plan, I paused and said, let's start small. What is the first thing that we know? What is that one risk that we can eliminate today? That shifted the room. We moved from fear to focus. They didn't need me to solve everything. They needed me to create a space for them to try. Let me tell you a true story of what happened in Malaysia. I just watched this video from Mr. Money TV, one of my favorite YouTubers. And I thought I'd like to reshare the same story to you because it's quite related to the topic that I'm talking about. When the pressure is the highest, that's where heroes are born. In the early 2020s, as COVID-19 spread across the globe, the world slowed to a halt. Businesses shut down, projects froze, and Idris Jala, a former Malaysian minister, a global transformation expert, found himself leading a team with nothing to do. No clients, no revenue, no roadmap. Some team members was on zero pay. Others were taking a 90% pay cut. Now, here, most leaders will pause and wait things out, but not Idris Jala. He looked at his team and said, since we have nothing to do, why don't we build the world's first global COVID-19 index? One that ranks every country by how they're handling the pandemic daily. Boss, we don't know how to do that. And he told his team, we are not going to outsource this. This has to be done in-house. I know we don't have programmers, but we have to figure out how to do it. And the team says, we have not done programming for a long time since university. He told them, I know you've learned it before. Pull it back. You can do this. We'll figure out together. So there was this guy named Woody in his team. He was tasked to do this job, and he was skeptical. He argued with Idris Jala on WhatsApp for 3 consecutive days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, explaining why he couldn't do it. Boss, this is impossible. It can't be done. Idris Jala kept replying, yes, it can and we will. And finally, Woody gave in. Okay, I'll try. Not because I think it will work, but I just want you to get off my back. So I'm just going to do it and try it out for the next 2 weeks. But here's the twist. In 2 weeks, Woody became the rock star of the project. They created the world's first COVID-19 index, which was endorsed by the WHO, supported by the Oxford University and the Gates Foundation. And they even won a Global IT Award in 2021 from a place of fear that turned into a belief. So, what happened here? Idris Jala didn't give them instructions. He gave them something more powerful, a completely new lens. Instead of trying to eliminate fear, he reframed it. He turned from "we can't" into "let's figure this out." Ask yourself, what is holding your team back? Is it because they're afraid they might fail? How can you give the permission for them to try it and not be pressured to be perfect? Here are 5 tactics to help your team to break that fear. Number 1, say, "I don't have the answer, but I believe that we can find it together." It shows honesty and belief at the same time. Tactic number 2, create a lab, not a battlefield. Let's run a 2-week test. That removes pressure and encourages creativity. Tactic number 3, reframe the lens. What's something that we've done before that is similar? Make the unknown feel familiar. Tactic number 4, ask powerful questions. What would we do if failure is not an option? What's the smallest first step we can take? Tactic number 5, celebrate trying, not just success. Great leaders don't always give answers. They hold belief when others feel lost. They don't say, "Here's the way." They say, "I'm walking with you. Let's find the way together." And that's what breaks fear. Not certainty, not control, but courage and a new lens. Courage is like your mental gene. Fear is your brain's security alarm, but you can learn to disarm it. Share this with someone who's facing self-doubt today.